Morning, Bailey. I've decided to have Greg out as my companion. Anyway, let us continue. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one Master Guguremu of the East Aldenard Trading Company. So none have actually seen this girl before. The bride's father is already in Costa del Sol. Well, no, like, doesn't he pretty much own Costa del Sol? Or, wait, unless I'm thinking of another. Speak of Guguremu. I think, if it's the guy that I'm thinking of, he lives there. So, I changed some settings, which you may or may not notice. My stream can go to 1080p now. I figured, like, people might like that on the VOD a bit more. And I've done some audio settings. We'll see if, like, the audio settings need changing. Oh no, okay, this isn't the one that I was thinking of. I was thinking of... I think it's... Is it this guy? Yeah, this is the guy that I was thinking of. Gegeruju. Kinda quiet, but I've always been? Okay. Fair enough. That 2 gil sensationalist rag. I've spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. An elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. Huh. If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge. A precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I have already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vance, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morgant. Morgant. Yaltonoto and his wife Seinana, the guest of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage, where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Guguremu himself. Finally, we have Leeuwenhart, a steward of Guguremu's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his faith concealed, gathering information and planning his next course of action. I see you there. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Hildibrand Manderville. I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Briardine. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary and undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease, yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a Mandeville man can. Is someone clapping? There's a fish in your hair. He does realize there's still a fish in his head, doesn't he? Good Inspector, I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. There we go. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Saras. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in the guise of Lady Durilda, stole off with the treaty blade. Was there anything about their foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? Perfect mannerisms. Intriguing. Where most will point out the sheer physical perfection of the disguise, you turn an eye within. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone, that allows him to change appearances at will, and yet, like you, this was of secondary concern to me. From movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Durilda, he was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal, not content to rely on his ample power of disguise. He studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began. This was to afford our time more than enough time to study our thief, more than enough time to study his would-be victim. Target, not victim. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom, Saras. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? A brass blade? Precisely. Clearly, you are far less useless than the bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please, a fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An idle entry into Costa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as bodyguards for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Whew. Our thief would not have had time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Oh. Playing badass theme in that fate, nice. Excellent. You are one of the less incompetent assistants I have worked with. Thank the gods! Please, free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive! There, now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. A thwack on the back of my head. A thwack. What a word. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Guguremu? Who was to be your charge? My memory is hazy, but one was Morgant, father of the groom. The other was a Lalafalen gent from Limsa. Yalto Noto. Now try your best to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Morgant, Yaltonoto, and Lewenhart. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, and for the love of God, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Oh, hey Rebecca, happy birthday. Ha, there you are, friend, and not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did your and Inspector Byardine's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Yeah, so a new game on stream, yes. Basically, there's an expansion coming out next month, and I'm doing the beginning of Final Fantasy 14 all the way till current content again, so that I can do like the expansion on stream. And yes, I'm basically replaying Hildibrand on stream because we just finished the main story of Final Fantasy 14, like the A Realm Reborn, so the first expansion, as it were, and so I decided, after we've done such serious like stuff, I decided to let's have a little break and do some humorous things such as Hildibrand before we get all serious again. Morgan Yaltonoto and the steward Lewenhard, you say? This doesn't surprise me. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden, it's pretty silly too. Night in the Woods is pretty silly too. Yeah, but there, in Night in the Woods, there's also like this, like mental health awareness going on at the same time. Like that game is like mental health awareness. Read my thesis. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the inspector returns. Fear not, friend, the inspector shall be none the wiser. Haha! If he had hoped to nab the feed for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah! There's one of our suspects standing suspiciously under that canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue you are. Uh-oh. Is he gonna start a diplomatic incident? Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The mere slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill, that you might record my every word, as I employ the time-honored art of parley, handed down from Mandeville man of ages past, to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers, less than your blatherings. Just catch the feast so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital! This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I snare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good evening, Master Guguremu, and a fine evening it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter. You just who the seven hells are you? Anyways, guards! Guards! I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, Avia? I reckon we owe the man of our gratitude. Eh, Vance? Vance? The phantom thief? Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps he's worthy of me after all. Ha ha! Dick. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashioned, challenged youth. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. Haha, that's me, Vance. Ever calm in the face of danger. Oh. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. Ha ha ha! Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yaltonoto and Leeuwenhart, who've aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Like, we shouldn't be surprised that there's nothing suspicious going on, because we established that the Phantom Thief is a master of disguise. And, like, imitates mannerisms flawlessly. Well, why yes, good sir, very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Eldernald's trading company. God damn it, Hildy. Shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the Mandragoras. But of course, I once spent a year honing body and mind with the Fist of Ralgar. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra what's it today. And your fruit stores were occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? God damn, Yalto. Criminy, none of those three were suspicious in the least, but we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector, the sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now where was I? Give up hope? He of many faces will laugh last. The Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Leeuwenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briding will be back before long. Come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. She's an actual cat person, Rebecca. Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man, Leeuwenhart, spoke true. Ye gads! Are those explosives I spy concealed amongst those coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our Phantom Thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 who possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event, I feared would somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Byardine is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Byardine, explode, a fiery demise. Got it! Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. Uh-oh. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Binding come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Sarah's and I will see that the Inspector keeps a wide berth of the beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return for your creations once Inspector Bryden has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry. So, Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Haha, indeed. But enough about Hildibrand. Ceres and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, that spot just over there by the crate should suffice. There, of all places? But surely we could find somewhere more scenic. I'm not here on vacation, I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hell, stop worry, Saris. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. Everyone's shoes are getting wet. Especially my Uggs. Think of my Uggs. Bailey said they were Uggs, and I can't see them otherwise now. Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go somewhere place warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of a brass blade attacked by our quarry, I have identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yaldo, Leeuwenhart, the 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over... Are the 2 of you listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. But there's no need. Wait here, and I shall build us a fire. Ha ha ha, methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just so happen to have a flintstone on my person. God damn it, Nashu. That's all it needs, Bailey. There's no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Uh-oh. Whee! It's flying! What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan? Could this be another challenge from the Fiend? Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual cards, see? Doubtless it's just the idle ravings of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Huh? Huh? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis Maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page? Confounding Inspector Biding will meet a fiery demise. Huh? Huh? Ah! Oh shit! Wee! Oh, that sound. Achoo! Oh shit. You saw through the fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just call it reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Meanwhile... Hildibrand Manderville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? Bye, Rebecca. See you later. I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves are ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance, yes. Vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods, false thief? Those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined! Ruined! Agent of Inquiry, more like agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supplies that you've destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in jail. Well. Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Guguremu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. The Mandragoras, I've heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? Vegetables stealing vegetables? Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Leonhardt. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of those overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. Oh ho, a formidable foe indeed. We're only there a brave soul in our midst with a wont for taking on fearsome enemies, with not a shred of concern for her own well-being. Wait a minute. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, I, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to the rightful owner. A gentleman would never let a lady face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. Then did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Ah, is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry docked by Fisherman's Bottom will carry us to Elport. Let us be swiftly on our way. I'm ruined! I love that he is traumatized by vegetables. Revolution? Yeah, right? This muscle-bound fellow with the dim expression. I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me, if it ain't the undead overlord who fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Hi, could it be the adventurer what bested the thieving duelist in single combat? What, you mean Craig? Is it true the duelist traveled with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? Yes. Many a case have I solved in my day, but I have not matched wits with sentient plant life before. This should prove quite exhilarating. To the Isle of Umbra. What is that wall? It looks like Imperial design, but like an attempt at like taking Limsa, maybe? Or blockading, maybe? What? X square circle? You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Circle, X, upside down triangle. X, triangle, square. Are they communicating? What? X square music note circle X circle square $sign circle X triangle square circle circle music. Wingdings, yeah. God damn it, Hildy. Friend, my pursuit of the Mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here. Somewhere. What are you... Why are you running away? What the... Cowards? They're actually kind of enormous? Yeah. Good lord. Okay, that's one down. Two down. Three down. Oh, one more. Yeah. Impeccably fought, my friend. I only wish I had seen the battle with my own eyes. You may go on ahead to Costa del Sol. I shall be along as soon as I extricate myself. Extricate. So we're at Hildy knockout count 5, I believe. If last time was 3, we're at 5 now. I've been keeping track. Oh, I see he's got a new pair of uniform. That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it is time we return to the case. Now there must be some clue that yet eludes us. Cool! The peppers have changed color! What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe? A gentleman must needs investigate. Striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Leonhard described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate? But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious. Really quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Oh. Ha! The charade is up! After the man! It is as I suspected all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu! The fiend must be brought to justice. Literally blue-purple colorblind? Damn. I know a lot of ones that are like green, and there was another yellow? Yeah, I think I know a bunch of green-yellow colorblind people. Red-green, that's the one. You can run, but you cannot... oh shit. Ha ha ha! If you thought you could outsmart this Mandeville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Is he allowed to do that? Done in by a snipper, a fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. Math. Where am I? Who are you? Ha! Playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Oh. It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Leeuwenhart. The imposter was wearing gloves. Well, nothing suspicious about gloves. Like, Hildy and... Well, most people here wear gloves. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our quarry, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. Yet he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. More importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Leeuwenhart back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. Oh. Are you still upset I beat you up? I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You see with anger at those that took from you what was yours? Aww. Then it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. I like the one with the flower? Yeah. The game is afoot, inspectors. Bye. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? I was about to say, why am I being so slow? Just need to double check something. Let's see. 4 p.m. Huh. Okay. If I'm leaving at 4 p.m. then we've got an hour and a half left for the stream. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Please call me Hildy. I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart. For as long as Hildibrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Mandeville name. You seem pensive, milady. Is something the matter? Arranged marriage. An arranged marriage to a youth you've not even met? Unconscionable. Run, Arabella, run. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. It does seem unfair to Lewin. If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. We have not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Mandeville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. I have never played it. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me! Inspector Bryadine, I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. Miss Arabella. That is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or like? You know, like you always do? Inspector Bryadine, I knew the day would come that you recognize my many talents. Worry not about Master Vance. Yes, for the sake of the maiden. A gentleman do what needs to be done. The poor sop lacks even the wit to know when he's being insulted. Now, to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Perfect. Saras, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. You know, it just hit me. Yesterday, Friday, when he asked our help to defeat Greg. He knows who we were, but then today he was asking like, "What is your name?" And like makes me think like, so do people only know me as the Warrior of Light? And not by name? I much prefer what you're wearing. Huh, okay. Servant's garbs? But why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise you that you will not leave my sight. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. Hey, Morgan. Welcome. What Bailey said. Saros, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return before the festivities begin. As mentioned, this is also going to be like a slightly shorter stream because it's my sister's birthday and we're heading for birthday dinner pretty much right after my stream ends. Ah, you return? Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vance at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. Thanks, Morgan. And with that, I must attend to Master Vance. I must attend to Master Vance before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Briardine and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? You want to hear something bad? So every year, I forget, or like, let's just say I don't say happy birthday to my sister, like every year. Like usually when she has to ask me to say happy birthday to her because I literally forget to say happy birthday to her. And I think the reason why she went on stream is to make sure that I say happy birthday. Curses, how am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Or she wouldn't say hello to her dear brother? Oh, and this is Morgan's. Morgan. So this isn't Morgan, I guess. Oh yeah, we fought a pack of sentient vegetables. That was interesting. The Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrel... Oh, shit, too late. Damn you, Hildibrand Mandeville, you had one job. She's beautiful. Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. I am yours and shall be forevermore. Well, what have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Vance, or shall I call you by another name, the Thief of Many Faces? Me? The thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who have not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costel Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Guguremu, and her steward, Lewenhart. The earrings. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vance, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with half their wits about them? How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once. Lock him up in jail and throw away the key. Arabella? Oh, thank the gods, you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. A glove on his right hand, could it be? Gasp! The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. Ah, the sentient vegetables. You came all this way for me? You love me. You really, really love me. Run away! The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hope like the father isn't mad at them. Like it wasn't their fault. Oh. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. It is one of the most prized pieces. Oh, engraved with the mark of the sun goddess, known by many as Azim's virtue. Ellie, Hildibrand looks lovely. The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Oh. Oh my god. Medic. Someone. Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. The fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. Oh my god. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once. He may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. Ha 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 ha. Oh, unlocks parlay. Another outro. To the victor goes a priceless treasure. While the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a manful man triumph over terror and win the day? Okay. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one? All at the same time? Is it even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. Got the latest scoop on the Victor spoils. Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looked to be a big one, the Mirfo Cup. I'm familiar with the concern. I think we dealt with them in the main story. I don't know why, but I think we dealt with them before. Probably shouldn't be talking about this because it involves another storyline, but like Master Fergeis is in the Blue Mage storyline. He's a bit of a villain in that he wants like the Blue Mages to be like cheap labor for him. Anyway, we're going to Uda. Can't remember. Like, there was something dodgy with him. Like, he wanted to use the Blue Mages for something dodgy. Oh yeah, I want to show you something. So I sent my retainers out to get some stuff, and one of my retainers gave me this fish. Like, they fished this up. Little Flirt. I thought it was kind of cute. A gastropod named for the heart-shaped pink marking on its head. It's got a flower pot. Snails and slugs? Yeah. My favorite bug type in Sun and Moon is a gastropod. Well, I mean, my favorite Pokemon in Sun and Moon is a gastropod. No, it's not a gastropod. It's a cephalopod. I just realized it's not a. Sorry, ignore me. I was missing up. I was messing up pods. Mantravils. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the conversation. I was thinking about cephalopods, and I just realized that they're called mantravils. The mantravils? They took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Valgar, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. Yeah, apparently he trained with the monks. Huh. So he does have fighting potential? He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. What? What does that even mean? Why does someone owe a newspaper? You are free to enter? Oh, that's nice. These two aren't in the entry books. Oh no. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Briardine, as efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman. Excuse violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Our Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prices for this tourney, and try to be brief. The second and third place prizes are nothing to be sneezed at either, but I don't care how many faces he's got, we've got nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief the last time. If you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it, I haven't all day. You got a good point. In battle. Now where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will ya? I only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? You're cold? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Inspector Hildibrand, look! He's purple. Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Oh, that's just my receptionist, Ultros. Word has it he was one of the many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Fomages Guild. I love this character, Morgan. He's from Final Fantasy VI. And am I glad they did. I tell you, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. Yeah, he's a bit of a perv, so beware. Oh, I just love it when he talks about tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get the pummeling by my lovely little FE? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to... Sarah Shen will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Sarah Shen? You do look like a Shen. Well, bug me with a spear to think I'd see the day when a warrior of light stood in my Colosseum. Somewhere to sign, Ulti. That gladiatrix, Avila was it? Seemed quite certain of her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Haha, I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fella seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. Very well, I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at the first opportunity. Yes, sir! I just saluted. You didn't see it, but I saluted. I believe it's this way. Someone's doing a Godward cosplay. Raging Rat. What a name. Oh yeah, I also have Greg out as a minion, as our companion for today. If you haven't noticed, I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but hi, Greg. Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Mandeville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Not very subtle, Hildy. Gentlemen, my arse, have you not wit of a delicacy? Ugh. Talking shit about refugees again. Get him, Ellie. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. You might very well make an inspectress of you yet. Oh my god, Hildy. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boar. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it not any more obvious, I could have solved this case. What the fuck? Incredible! Your powers of deduction never failed to amaze, Inspector. What is with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultros should still be at the Colosseum. Let us hurry before he sithers back off to whencesoever he came. Yeah, like earlier on, he didn't realize he was insulted by the by Briardine. He never means to offend, yeah. He's pretty oblivious. Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks! Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic? Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag, or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry's on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue. Master Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. As he speaks. Ah, he speaks! And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad, so we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them? Poor misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul, luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Ha, an excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Colosseum and speak with Daramedo. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls! Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Gee. Or am I? Come on now, I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run, then again, I am an octopus. There he is. An octopus that can somehow live on land. I wonder if you tell him that he suddenly like like disappears. Like, well, shit. I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Behold, the lovely Miss Avila, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here, so as not to set off the girl's famed temper. Oh yes, he's saying something interesting. Rauban was a refugee from Alamigo. He became a gladiator, and then he became rich with the money he won from gladiating, and got a seat on the syndicate with his money, and eventually he became the leader of the Immortal Flames. Miss Avili's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. Gee, trying to steal Avila from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't gonna happen. Yes, Uncle Ulti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Ah, the distinct smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it. Nashu? Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me! Preposterous! Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave-ho! Uh-oh. You gotta be kidding me! Poor Uncle Ulti. The sheer amount of accidental success. That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. $30 million gil? How did they, like, appraise that? Like, what makes it 30 mil? Well, it would be awkward if a reporter was overhearing this. A more moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. I see, Yulty. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Ulti has had it up to here with you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little girl? I'm talking to you, Mrs. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer. God damn it, Hildy. Not you, you idiots! Ahem. No need for concern, friends. I have simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I'm pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Number 6. Could it be that did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you've got another thing coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute, I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second pit was right around... Grab me a break! That's a cute creature. Star Marmot. Hildy, what's going on? Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about.
This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Colosseum. He is large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry.
Went a bit Tigger there for a second.
Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day.
Uh-oh.
My chimera! Who is that half-naked fool?
Father, could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderer's rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you? Hildy, I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, father dear, and with that we must return to Ul'dah. If you've not yet heard, your son is set to compete for the Mifo Cup. Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a man of a man, if I do say so myself.
That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father? Remind me never to go to one of their family reunions. God, just who is this inspector anyway?
Hildy is a worthy rival, if ever there was one.
Who goes there?
Hildy, Saras, I've been waiting for this day.
Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap?
I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy.
Well, that makes the two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, cause this just might be our lucky day.
Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Saras is a formidable foe.
That's sounding like high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed.
I know not what brings you to battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons that I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Saras, I will not fall so easily this time.
Well, it looks like I've got my legs full, all 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend.
A supply twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck.
Nobody here but us octopedes.
Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, friend. Oh, fiend.
Muscleheads! I hate them!
The return of Greg. Rip octopus. Oh yeah, at the Colosseum. Okay. Oh shit, wrong one. Oh, he did say fiend. Oh, in front, right? No, never mind. I was planning this. I was confusing myself there. Good heavens, chancing upon father like that. I dare say it's taken a year of my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? Good heavens, we haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves on the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I will not, lower myself to their level.
Bombs on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus, I tell ya. They don't pay me enough for this. But that's all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy? Funga.
Ah, Mr. Ultros, just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as... You gads, who gave you those ghastly bruises?
Bruises? Fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost, I'm a busy octopus. Funga.
Ouch, you have my sympathies, good sir. It is a challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8. Is there someone inside your office?
No, whatever gave you that idea? I'm simply, fumigating the place. For pests. Pests like yourself. No, don't you have a battle to go fight? Funga.
Inspector, I think someone's alive in there.
That's just me, talking to himself. Yes, Funga, gods. Yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun.
Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work? I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Saras, if you would come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Avila seeks to win the tourney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence pointed in one direction. The Alamigan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our 8-legged friend. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Olden Taverns and the House of Pleasure. Oh, damn. I suspect that he is using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There is also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of the Alamigan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Saras. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not bells ago. It is a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. The things we do for Briardine. Well, let us see what you found. Now what have we here? Ah yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails. And what's this? A sack even more foul smelling than the gore it was lying in. If that can be believed, and look here, something appears to be written on the side. Sindgod's Sundries. It would seem this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. Why did we bring that indoors? Good question. Did Ultros send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Gold truffles. They're only for the most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ultros clearly is. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Bryardine, it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me, and to steal away Sarah's here? This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Sally, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated through the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an old-done gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth was watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste to the Colosseum. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battles begin. Here's the plan, Saras. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I've ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade, understood? Ready for battle?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and seal your stomachs. The Mifro Cup brought to you by our ever charitable friends at Almagina and Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern. It's about to begin. That was a mouthful. Who will stand atop the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avila of Alamigo, Saros, the famed warrior of light, or who was that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain?
Well, here I am. Did you miss me?
Hi, I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin.
All right, you know the deal. We team up and wipe with the others. Then, when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive.
Look at him slid away. Look at Avila's blade spin. Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed him tough in Alamigo, that's for certain.
Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving my uncle ultimate appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute, roasted truffles?
Braised in a savory sauce just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from.
That meddling musclehead!
That girl's gaze gives it away. Open that gate at once.
Funga? Mr. Typhoid, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps?
What fascinating friends you have, Ulti. Why, just look at this charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles?
Funga! Don't look at me. It was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, you know, for my work and all. Come on, Dower. Has Uncle Ulti ever lied to you?
Yeah, they hate refugees, especially Alamegans. So stupid.
I feel for the girl, really. My little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are the rules, right? Now if Uncle Ulti may be so bold. I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That will be me, my buddy Typhon, and Sarah's here. What do you say, Mrs. Warrior of Light? Hi. Oh. Ultros! 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 Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Halatali, the fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light, who will be left standing when the storm has settled. Be there or miss a battle for the ages.
Does that one count, Bailey? Being planted into the roof? So to review, the truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear if it was coming from the Alamegan's girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it earlier. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now. Saras, let us make for Halatali. I'm actually going to do this as a red mage. Oh, wait. Oops. Yep. My spare clothing is in the bags of the chocobo. Oh shit. No. And then like this. Combatants, the final confrontation will be held here, atop the dragon's neck. If all members of a team fall from the platform, they forfeit the match.
Seafood soup is not on the menu today, kids. 29 seconds.
For the grand, I feel like such a sucker. And Saros claims the Mirful Cup.
Grows for battle. He's like Gilgamesh morphing time. You can get Ultros as a mini pet when you do that. And maybe let's have Ultros out for the time being. No minion. There we go. Good show, Saros. Your performance have earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to Fort the Thief. Come, let us return to the Colosseum. It's kind of cute in mini form. Wait until you hear the sound he makes when, yeah. Ultros is making the sound, by the way. It sounds so weird. I have to switch back. There we go. Little octopus as a pet? Yeah. Yeah, the sound, like, I love Ultros, but man, the sound. Congrats to me. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and infiltrates, the opening act dragged on overlong, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now, I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Foul fiend, mark my words, you have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Mandeville name. Oh. I think not, Hildegard. Greg, 'tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. Saros, you have bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! Foul thief, is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapons at once. Oh ho, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Oh no. Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already... Mr. Typhoid? Just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. Bye, Akindu. Greg and Ulti are blasting off again. Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Mandeville man. But of course, brilliant father. If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why? It'll be just like Dalamut. Hildibrand Maximilian Manderville. Skyward as only a Manderville can. Oh dear. Father, you know not your own strength. Just a tad. 997, 998, 990. Oh dear. And Enkidu is still flying. What the?
Um, these legs, they look strangely familiar. Fucking Enkidu. Ha! Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Say for one thing, this ring is a fake. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been a most attentive audience.
Uh-oh. Aww.
Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. This sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica.
Uh-oh.
Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Do not berate yourself, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hegelina and nothing more. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tell you to the Nawa mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly, the second prize, this ring of inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions.
The Treaty Blade, Azima's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of Belladians. Oh ho, if that is so, the answer is as clear as day. The Fiend meant to found Eorze's greatest museum of Belladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. Oh dear. God damn it, Godbert. Ow. Boom. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. Where the 4 treasures of Belladia become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there's some truth in these words. Four sacred relics from Belladia, the Warden's Justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the Syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? Haha, then it will be to his downfall. For the greater challenge, the higher I rise. Just a moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Belladia, and it shall be Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Was that? No, it couldn't be. Ha! Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles.
Right. I think we're done with this chapter. It's a rare race to recover the 4 lost relics of Belladia. As the fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed, will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Mandeville can? The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forget what you actually look like? I have. What? And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well. See you next time. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna call it today because of my sister's birthday dinner. I have to get ready for that. And I'll be back tomorrow with the finale of Hildibrand and hopefully the start of Crystal Towers. Anyway,